6 and 7 right now on Sunday. This is live number 6, if you can believe that. Again, I started this 6 weeks ago when I started doing lives for the first time. It has been a learning experience for me, to say the least, because it has been, I don't know, it's been really fun to go in there and just kind of talk to you guys one-on-one with the chats. I try not to get too distracted when it's happening, but we'll take a look and see. So we'll let a few people come in here right now, and then we'll get going. So, but seems like a lot has happened this week, and I don't know what it is. I'm actually currently, if you're not sure, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now in Texas. I actually got in a car accident last night. We won't talk too much about it, but it was crazy. Hit a deer, and everybody's fine. Everything's good. The problem is the car isn't doing that great. So we're kind of wondering what the next steps are and what the insurance is going to do and that kind of thing. So anyway, the deer didn't make it. Let's just put it that way. Kind of unfortunate with that, but I got half its antler because half the antler was able to just be pulled off. So there's that. All right, here we go. So good. So that's kind of where we all played the whole thing. So that's all. Again, I'm here in Texas. What I'm planning on doing, which is what happened a little bit today, is I'm interviewing a few people across the country. And if you remember back in September, I did the tribute to my grandfather. So that was kind of the northern route. I went up to Mount Rushmore. That was kind of the top, the tip of it, Spearfish and Sturgis, and then came back down. Well, this is the southern route now. And we're going to be going through a few things. Going through Texas, interviewing a few people. I'm going to interview another guy in Phoenix. But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself because that's later on in the program. But it's just saying that's where we're at right now. It was kind of it wasn't supposed to happen. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, we are at 378 subscribers on our way to 500. It has been growing steadily, and that's kind of cool. It's very excited to see that. They're coming on because of the shorts that are being put out. So some of the shorts we did, kind of the follow-up to the Black Friday video that I did right before Thanksgiving, of course, talking about it. It was about what the experts said about Black Friday, and it was the follow-up. And you know what? The funny thing is the experts were wrong. Experts said that the tariffs were going to hold people back, that people weren't going to go out and shop. Well, it happened. It happened big time because we actually broke records. So go look at that short. I wasn't going to do a full video on that one. I also did a video about the Muslim Brotherhood. If you're following that at all, a lot of this has to kind of tie into what's happening in Minnesota as well. But President Donald Trump, his administration, is saying that the Muslim Brotherhood is going to be a terrorist organization. So that could have huge implications on there. Nowhere near am I the expert. If you are, put something in there. Let me know what you think about that one. But it's something to follow for sure on there. But kind of funny thing was I actually had a dream last night about Donald Trump. So you want to get personal here. But a lot of my videos are just kind of stagnant. They're just about information, facts. Live, I figure I can share with you guys because, if you're here for a reason. So we'll figure it out. But I actually had a dream. I don't know what it was because it's a dream halfway through it. But it had to do with President Donald Trump of somewhere in the Oval Office, or at least an office. I don't know if it was the Oval, but something was said. I disagree with it. I said it. Next thing I know, Donald Trump's like, hey, that sounds fantastic. Let's go talk more about it. So him and I took a walk around somewhere, and we were going over just what I would do, what Truth Between Lines would do if we ran the country and that kind of thing. And some of the issues I brought up too during a past video, but it was more of like, hey, people need to be going to jail or prison for what's going on for a lot of things that did happen. And I'm talking about Anthony Fauci. I'm talking about probably the Clintons with all the people that were that've been, let's just say the word terminated around them. I don't know. I'm kind of getting off subject, but it's funny how we're talking about it. And if I could change anything, it would be like that would be the first thing to do to make sure. Because I think as a conservative Republican, we're looking at things going on where we were promised things in campaigns. And when now he's president, it's like, all right, I need you to act on this one. And I had a conversation with another guy with a political strategist video, but in the video, I'm thinking to myself too, is Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, are they waiting? Are they just waiting? I mean, we're only, 8 or 9 months into this presidency. Are they waiting to drop everything all at once? And I'm hoping, put it in the comments, let me know what you think about that. Is that true or not? I don't know. I think only time will tell when we figure all that stuff out. So there is that. The other things I would probably do with the name, interesting thing is about the name calling too. I'm not a fan of that. And that's kind of the thing way, like I usually 100% support things that President Trump's doing, but the name calling, I kind of getting old. I want to see more of a cohesiveness with the other Republicans going on. And I would like to just see everybody kind of support each other instead and wait until later on and see that one. So that was one thing I brought up. And then one thing I would really like to see too is more public information going on. I mean, the whole Epstein files is kind of supposed to be out there, but have we actually seen it? We don't know. Was it redacted? Where was the whole thing? I'm kind of looking at that going, all right, can you just lay it out for me in layman's terms? A lot of us don't have time to kind of go through 20,000 pages of whatever emails and just let us know what's going on. So those are the kind of things I brought up. We did a video. It was actually over a week ago, but a lot of the ramifications are coming in about what the military could do better. This was in regard to the narcotic boats that are coming through our oceans and our Gulf and how they're getting blown up and the spectacle that is. And I kind of went through there and laid it all out in that video. But of course, as it's progressing, as more boats are going, we're way over 20 now. I think 80 lives have been taken. And it's kind of like still why. And then of course, everybody's coming out saying these are fishermen, these are fishing boats, these are, we shouldn't be doing this and all that. I totally disagree. I think we should be doing more of it. If you watch that video, I kind of laid it out very well. But a lot of people are just saying these are innocents. You want all this stuff. I don't know if I disagree on the whole thing. Because, I mean, if you're a fisherman and you're from Colombia or Venezuela or some other South American country and you're just fishing, you don't look like a drug boat. Don't look like you have all the props and all the engines in the back and you're running guns. So to all those people that think that like these are just randomly innocent people on a Tuesday afternoon, I think you really need to figure that out. So anyway, Bunny Cuddles. Hello, we're gonna check you out, but no, $20. No, as much as I would love that, no, that's okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Check in on the chat. That way I know that you're watching on there. Thank you for Jennifer Walker, 8113. We have a few other things. I'm not sure what that monster is, Buddy Cuddles. But hey, welcome. It's good to see you. So, all right. So a lot of other things happening this week going forward. I did a big video with political consultant Eric Wider. If you haven't seen that, I've only known Eric for a few years now, but I brought him in because basically his business, number one, it's all he does. That's his job. His job is a political consultant. And he runs campaigns. He talks to people all the time. He gets people to run, and he's basically out all day long talking about politics. And so if you're interested at all in politics, if you're interested in running for any elected office or helping for that matter, watch that video because we do a good job of laying it all out and seeing kind of what it takes to be in a campaign, not run it, just to be in a campaign. And we go through a lot of what's going to happen, he thinks, in 2026 and 2028. And I think it came out pretty good. I learned a few things just talking to him about a lot of stuff. And so a lot of it came back where it reinforced a lot of the other things that I knew as well. So that was a good video. It's a little long. I mean, it's 54 minutes. I typically like to keep my videos, 8 to 12 to 15 minutes at the max. But most of my interviews are going about an hour, and it's a lot of good information all the way through. So take a listen to that, see what you think about that one. I did another video too about character.ai. If you're not familiar with that website, I don't know if I want you to go look at it, but here's the premise of it, and I did lay it out with the whole thing. The thing about kids, teenagers under the age of 18, even adults going to websites on the internet and creating their own fantasy world, creating their own thing where they're just making friends. They were using the word romancing with chatbots, with artificial intelligence. And I went through the whole scenario of it being completely scary of how these people are getting turned off to the real world, how they're not able to have a conversation, how they're not able to look other people in the eye, the ramification of not being able to go in public and actually talk to somebody. That's the issue I'm running into. So if you have kids, if you have grandkids, if you have friends that are kind of maybe shut-ins or becoming shut-ins, that was the one that you want to make sure that they understand what's going on. and you want to know the signs if they're falling into that trap of having an AI bot. So there was that one. And then if you're familiar with the world of cars, let's say Jaguar, and I remember the Super Bowl ad and a lot of other marketing campaigns came out. And it was just where, oh man, non-binary, non-colors, didn't have anything to do with cars, didn't have anything to do with horsepower, didn't have to do with anything that had anything to do with cars. That was a problem, And so what came out there, and they just fired the CEO, the creative designer, the expert, the guy that was knighted by the Queen, and test drive. I like that. Yeah. But it was interesting to see it all played out. And I wouldn't say it was I would say it was, I call it a throwaway video. Throwaway video is basically something I'm interested in, but I just don't know a whole lot about. So I read a bunch of different things. I throw it and I put it up there just to see what the audience's temperature is. And then all of a sudden I think it was like last time I looked, over 600 views and a lot of interaction too. So there's a lot of people out there that were really upset about the change, about what was happening on there, and rightfully so, because it was, if you're going to sell a car, show the car. Pretty simple. I mean, I'm not a marketing expert, but at the same time, just, hey, look at going out there about what this car can do, what's it feel like, get that emotion going through the TV screen. And they failed on that one. And now Jaguar is hurting. They actually sold 49 cars in Europe in the year, which is crazy how that happened out. But one of the other videos too, I did one called Dadgum Tim Burchett. If you don't know who Tim Burchett is, he is a House of Representative from the great state of Tennessee, primarily Eastern Tennessee as well, and Knox County area and surrounding counties. He's doing a fantastic job. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Name sounds just like it sounds. Tim Burchett, Burchett. He's got a huge social media platform presence. He's the guy that does the one-liners where people are chasing him, going, trying to get him to say something weird. And he comes back with his Game Boy, his Pop-Tarts. It's hilarious. It's good comedy coming from a congressman. Also, he sells skateboards too. He makes them in his shop. That's his therapy. And I went through the whole thing. I've met him a few times. There's a few videos that I've done with Tim Burchett on there. And he, one of those things where somebody was writing in the newspaper, they took some shots at him, and he doesn't need to be defended by me at all. But at the same time, it was like, no, we're going to talk about this. And so look at that video, Dadgum Tim Burchett. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then one of my lives I did, I went on live on Wednesday, which a lot of people tuned in on that one. I guess I'm going to go back to Wednesdays too, but it was a thoughtful thing where I'm going to be on the radio coming up here in a little while, and as an advertisement. And I wanted to take some people look at it and see if I could get some hooks on there. And then that way it was going to be, I just need your advice. What was the hook you like? What were the slogans we used? So a few things, I'm just kind of still developing. We've been doing this since March, and I want to just kind of just get your input there as fans. And I appreciate so much saying that word. It's so funny to have that, but so that was good. So Prosperity Lounge, if you're not aware, he does a radio show on Fridays from 6 to 7 as well. And so he's always on the radio publicizing me, and I appreciate that very much. So I was going to bring up his thing, but unfortunately I can't quite figure it out how to get off my phone, because usually I'm on my computer, but I'm not at home. Like I said, I'm on the road. If you're just tuning in now, I'm in Texas right now in a hotel room due to a car accident, last night. And so I don't have half of my equipment, number one, because some of the equipment that I did have is actually still in the car, and I couldn't get it by the time that the tow truck driver came and got it all from me. So you should see the setup that I have right now. It's not what I'm used to. No lights, no and everything else. And it kind of, I wouldn't say it angers me that it's not perfect and professional, but again, this is a live. Thank you guys for being flexible with me, and thanks you guys for all the support throughout the year. But again, looking at the shorts, you'll notice too, a lot of the shorts I do are takeoffs from the full video. So I have a program that cuts it down, does long to shorts, and it goes in there. It has on the video, just cuts it into little shorts. And that way you look at it kind of at that aspect of it. So you'll see a lot of them there. If you see a short that you like, look and see if there's a video that corresponds with it as well. All right, so there's that. I got to make sure that this is coming through. Oh, there. Okay. All right. So anyway, so what to expect this week? You're going to see a couple videos coming through this week. We have Dr. Paul Chabot. Now, Dr. Paul Chabot, he ran for office in California, and with a hugely Democratic area. Unfortunately, he lost, and it was a big loss. He tried his best to get everything going. Then he realized, hey, the Golden State is pretty much corrupt and gone. So he ended up moving out to Texas, and he's bringing his friends with him. He created a website called company, actually, conservativemove.com, and allowing other conservatives to link up in the real estate market and other avenues to bring people to their area. So you can move from a blue state to a red state with help. You can talk to people that share the same values you have. So that's coming up. That's going to be an exciting one, actually. I've known Paul for a long time. We did another one too with a guy named Anthony Garcia. He is basically works with drugs for kids, prevention-wise, what to look at. That one was shocking to me because we've already done it. We did it this afternoon here in Texas. It was shocking to me to the point the stuff that I learned, because understand I have a criminal justice degree. That's what I have. And so I know a little bit about stuff. But at the same time, this guy gave me some information that kind of almost scared me. But at the same time, it's sad. Let's just put it that way. It's sad what's happening in the world right now with our country. Now, as we move throughout the week, assuming I ever do make it to California on my road trip here, we're going to see some more stuff from Grandpa Ralph. Remember that motorcycle trip I took back in September? I mentioned it earlier. We're going to do some more videos going forward with him, so we're excited about that. And just look for those. Some good stories. Some of the better stories on that one too. So my Grandpa Ralph, Ralph E. Walker, if you're looking at that hashtag, going for it on there. And then also too, I'm going to talk to a rugby player. Rugby, the sport of rugby. A guy, he lost his face playing rugby, if you can believe that. So I'm going to interview him. We go through all of his battle with his the metal plates that he has, the scarring, and just the way it all kind of works out, and the fact that he went back and continued playing. And that's just the kind of guy that he is. And so we're going to go through that. A very interesting story on that one. I've known that guy a long time as well, and he's out of Phoenix. So you'll see a few things that coming up this week from different areas in the country, and that's how we'll play it out that way. So a lot of good stuff, I think. A lot of other stuff's going to come up along the way because I like having a conversation with my wife. She brings up a lot of good points from her perspective and what's happening there, and then I can kind of maybe turn that into me learning more about stuff. And I'd like to get her on camera someday if she wants to do that as well. That'd be fantastic. So we're waiting to the aspect of that one. If you want to see my wife on video, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. Let her know what you think, and we can get her on there as well. But I appreciate the support again. We're at 378. Yeah. Back to the comments. Yes, I am married, believe it or not. Happily married for over 22 years. And we have two amazing kids. So, yes, Jennifer, am I reading that right? Jennifer, I can't quite spell. Of course, my glasses are literally in the car that we crashed, and I forgot to get them out, which is in the impound yard. And it's Sunday here in Texas, and I can't get to an impound yard on Sundays in Texas, at least not where I'm at. Small Podunk town northeast of Dallas. But anyway, that again, I can't thank you guys enough. It's now December 7th. What am I saying? Pearl Harbor Day, the day that will live in infamy. Just all those years ago, and to all of our military around the world right now, especially those, that lost their lives. So thank you guys for your ultimate sacrifice on December 7th, 1941. And, the flags are half staff, but anyway, so there's that. I apologize for saving that to the last. That should have been the first thing that I talked about. But anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to on the march to get 500 subscribers. We are on the march to get 3,000 video watch hours. So please, if you haven't seen the old videos, go back and watch them, let them run. We're trying to pump those numbers up just to get going on there, and just really appreciate your guys' support on there. So anyway, we're hitting the 20-minute mark. As a thank you very much, we are coming from a hotel in Texas after the accident last night. Everybody is fine. Everybody's okay, though, except for the car and the deer. That's they're probably not going to make it. But anyway, if you want to watch something later on, I got another great guy that's feeding me information and feeding me storylines. I'm going to get to those, Jim. I will get to those, and we'll get you on camera as well to talk about things that worries you at the end of the night. And I just want to say, click off real quick here one more time. But anyway, keep watching, keep looking for the truth between lines. Thanks, guys.